Hello, I'm Faberistry, and as you should know, Halloween is nearing, so that means it's time to build something a bit more spooky. But before I begin, I need a slight change in skin. This is much better. So, in this video, I'm going to be building a haunted house in Minecraft 1.18. My first step in this was finding the right seed, and after a bit of research, I found this seed with a massive swamp. Now to start building. The first thing I did was, by using World Edit, I created a large platform, which I would later be building the haunted house on, as well as a few smaller platforms that led into the bigger platform, and these smaller platforms would be a pathway leading into the haunted house. However, I now had some floating platforms, which doesn't look too scary, does it? Well, I had to fix that. First, I made sure that all the area that was below the platform was to look really lifeless. I did this by replacing all the grass with soul sand, soul soil, and coarse dirt. Secondly, I made a cliff face underneath the platforms, and I made sure to have this in a dark, ominous gradient. And I also had a few smaller details throughout the area as well, such as dead trees, wither roses, the skulls of previous adventurers, and some eerie green pits. So, as I mentioned earlier, I wanted to have a path leading up to the haunted house. And the way that I did that is that I used a stone mixture for the path, and then I surrounded that path in leaves, grass, and tall grass, as well as a few rocks here and there. And even though this leads directly up until the haunted house, I won't be building the house just yet, as I want the surrounding areas to be complete and add to the haunted atmosphere. Now, after 3 hours of building the surrounding areas, it was finally time to build the haunted house. My first step was just to create an outline for the haunted house, as this makes it a lot easier when you're actually building. Now, if you look at my plan, you may realize that there are different colored wool. This is because different colors represented different parts of the build. For example, if it was red, then that meant it was a main part of the build. If it was pink, then it was a support pillar. If it was cyan, then it was part of the roof, and so on. And with that, I began to build. First of all, I built the entrance. Then I continued in that same style, going round the entire haunted house. Also, I made sure that each section was slightly different from the last, as this makes the house look more disorganized. And after 7 hours, I had finally finished the exterior. However, I still had a lot to do. For example, I had to build the interior, because an empty haunted house would just not work. And so, my plan was to create a normal interior first, and then make it look really spooky and fit the haunted atmosphere afterwards. Inside the interior, I wanted to have a semi-disorganized layout, which is why I made sure that the hallways constantly had turns. Also, this made it so that you couldn't see the entrances to rooms as soon as you walked into the haunted house. I also made sure that each room was very different from the last. And then, on the second floor, I followed those exact same steps. Additionally, I made sure that there were multiple ways to get to the second floor. And to just add a bit more creepiness to the whole house, I hid 2 secret rooms. Also, I made it so that the only way to get to the 3rd floor was via the 1st floor. This was just so that it would take you longer to explore the whole haunted house. And with all the interior complete, it was finally time to spook everything up a bit. I had some floating candles, blood-covered floors, very low lighting using redstone torches, and plenty of ghosts hidden throughout the build. I also made sure that the roof of the haunted house looked much more run down. And with that, the haunted house was finally complete. Also, if you're on the Java version of the game, you can actually download this map and attempt to find all 8 hidden secrets. If you do, I'll give you a custom rank on my Discord server. A link to both of these will be in the description. And thank you for watching to the end of this video. Remember to like that smash button as well as subscribing. And since you're here, I'm sure you'll enjoy either of the 2 videos you see on screen now. So go and watch those. And as always, thank you for watching.